Alright, guys. Lesson 3 and the final lesson of the course. You'll be maybe happy to know, maybe not. I hope I'm not bombarding you with information. It's the last thing I want to do. But an overview of what we just spoke about, how to make a plan, what your plan should kind of look like, how to use certain aspects of the markets to kind of define what your plan should be in terms of market cap, in terms of risk reward, a bit of diversification. Pretty easy stuff when you read over it, and hopefully you understand it. If not, as I said in the previous video, just ask me in the Discord. But in this video, I'm going to make a plan as if it's me making an investment plan. So combine and execute. The title kind of means combine everything that I've just told you and put it into place. So I'm going to do a little dummy investment plan. My investment capital is £5,000. Some of you it may be much less than that. Some of you it may be the same. Some of you may be more. So I've not done a plan in a while, but I'm going to do it now. So what I would start by doing is I would get some paper, or in this case I'm going to use a document just so you can see it, but usually I would use like a notebook or something like that, or a whiteboard. I've got a whiteboard at home as well, and just write some things that some projects that you'd like to invest in, some assets that you want to hold. So one of my first ones would be Ethereum, which I'll just do a $, and then we'll do Solana. We'll do FET. I'll just do what ones that I've mentioned before. We'll do Ocean. I'll keep a little bit in between these. I'll do Chainlink, which I think is good. All these projects are stuff that I'd probably invest in, if not probably will invest in when the time comes to accumulate a lot and DCA into things. So we got FET, we got Ocean, we've got OXO, which I like, kind of said on the Discord, and will we keep it at that? It's not a bad looking portfolio. Yeah, we'll keep it at that for just now. So there's 6 things that we want to invest in, and this section is my mid to high cap that I was talking about in the course. So these are ones that to me are kind of guaranteed to perform. Obviously nothing is guaranteed in the market, but to me I would be looking at that thinking, yeah, they'll 100% perform. I might not get like life-changing gains out of them, but if I'm putting like maybe 2,000, 3,000 into them, I can probably make a lot of money from just holding them. I'm going to change this to 10,000. It might not be realistic to some of you, but you can change that figure to 1,000, and that's maybe a bit more realistic. You can change it to 5,000, keep it at that. It's all percentages anyway, so as I said, I kind of allocate a rough percentage into 2 things. I'm going to add another one to this. I'm not sure what yet. Well, maybe just something that I've invested in recently, which is that. Cool. So I've got 3 kind of mid to high caps. I've got 2 kind of low to mid caps, and then these 2 are my kind of YOLO bags, I would call them, or my moon bags, which are kind of ones that you're expecting to make kind of mad, maybe 10 to 20 to 30 times your money. The kind of riskier bets, but ones that you hope will pay off, because to me it's never like a risk, or it's never a bet. Do you know what I mean? It is a bet in the sense that you're betting that something's going to go up and you're putting your money on the line, but you can also research these things and kind of predict what's going to happen in a way. Just looking into projects, looking into companies, looking into who they're hiring, like what the people that they're hiring have done, stuff like that. You can learn a lot about a project, and then that gives you a bit more faith instead of it just throwing your money at something. But that's something that I can talk about in maybe another video. Alright, so I'm gonna stick with what I said. Just go back to it because I was typing this on the plane. 30, 50, 20. Cool. So 30% in this, which I'll put here. Brilliant. 30% in that. 50% in that. And 20% in that. Cool. So that's my allocation. 30% of that would be pretty much like $1,000 in each. So we'll add that now. So sorry, I'm absolutely terrible at typing this right now. So $1,000 in each of these. And this one we're gonna have $2,500 in each. But I'm gonna put more money into FET than Ocean, so I'm gonna put 3,500 into FET because I just, you know me, I like it, and 1,500 into Ocean, and then OXO I'm gonna allocate a bit more than Ator, so I'm gonna do 1,250 into that, and I'm willing to put 750 into that. So if my maths is correct, that should add up to 3,000, 5,000, 2,000. Cool. And that's 10,000 invested. The reason that I've got a little dash here is, I'll show you in a second. I'll now put where I want to buy, as in the price I want to buy it, and my take profit, which I'll do these on all of them. This is just rough, by the way. You can do this a bit better. You can kind of have more of an average. You can make it look more detailed, but I'm just doing this for speed. So this will kind of tell you where you want to buy and where you want to sell. And then after that, which I can do it anyway, but we'll have the annualized gain. Sorry, I'm too focused on actually typing things other than talking, so going a bit quiet. Right, first thing is Ethereum. Should probably have loaded these up, but I didn't. But it is what it is. Ethereum USD. God, Cyber Monday, brilliant. Right, you know what I'll do actually? Give me like a straight up untouched Ethereum chart. Untouched, I think so. So I'm gonna look at the daily chart for this, and I'm gonna change it into a line chart, as I just feel it's a wee bit easier. We'll take this off just now. So Ethereum is something that I see in the near future, as in, you know, maybe in the next month or two, tackling these levels. I would really like to see it there. I think that would be really good, which is even from here a good 37% away. So that's kind of what I mean by your mid to high caps can still make you a lot of money. Like even if you bought Ethereum here at the lows, which is the second biggest crypto asset, you're up 111%. So you've 2 times your money in the space of like a year, which is pretty good. And you're not even in a bull market. In a bull market, you'll see this fly. I probably wouldn't rule out seeing it at least what it was at, which was at about 5,000 at its peak. I wouldn't rule out seeing maybe 7,000 or 8,000 on it, which if you're buying at the levels that we'll hopefully be buying, you know, you're talking 6 times your money on a risky asset that's not in, your risky category. It's not really risky at all. It's the second biggest, and I don't see it going anywhere. Anyway, as you know, I like to do a box where I want to buy. So for me, this area is nice for Ethereum. Around about $1,300 to $1,400. Looks quite nice for me. I would call this my buy zone, and I would be happy with that because I would see my take profit as a Fibonacci level, and the 1.618 roughly about here. So I would honestly be looking at taking profits round about here on Ethereum because I think it's got a lot of potential. So from me buying to selling on that, we're talking 4.2 times your money, 420%. So I'm just gonna add that in now. My buy zone is roughly 1,400, and my sell zone is, what is that, about 7, and this is in dollars. So you can work out what that is. It's roughly, as I said, about 400%, which is nice. Solana, let's put that up. So there's the first one done. And this is how quick and easy it is when you learn how to read charts and you can just whiz through these things. It's really good for making plans. Solana is a weird one. I am not 100% sure, but I would like to see. This is a strong area, but also so is this. So I think if you got a chance to buy Solana down here again, then it's a great buy, because that could really go, even if we put a fib on it. Fibonacci. It was at about 250, so I don't see why in the next bull market you couldn't be hitting about 400 on that. Which Solana is one that I've always had my eye on because it kind of went to shit, but the project stayed the same. It's still great. So even if you're buying down here, I would honestly say for Solana, because my buy zone is so far away, that anywhere in this box is a buy. And let's say even at the top of the box at $16, you're talking like a 20x from there, which is pretty nuts. Even if it goes to its all-time high, which it was previously at, let's see, even if you get there, which is still good, and you're buying at the top of the box, you are 12 times your money. So pretty mad. Do I think it will get there? I'm not sure. If it lingers around $20, I'd still be happy to buy. So I'm going to put my buy in for Solana at $20. I think it could go lower, but anywhere there would be nice. And I would be selling that at about, I'm just going to put 250 in just now. I think you could sell this at about, 400 when the time comes, peak bull market. But I'm going to be a bit reserved with it. I'm going to be a bit reserved with it and only let myself make 12 times my money instead of 20. So yeah, what is that? 1200%? Jesus Christ. Chainlink is a nice coin. I like it, and I'll probably buy some of it. I think it's pretty underrated in terms of its real world adoption and what it can do. It's one of the ones that I've used as a great example of ranges, where this was your range. That's something that you can go back and look in the education section of the Discord. Would I like to see it back in that range? Of course I would. So I would say anywhere between here and here is a buy for Chainlink, because that is a strong range. If you enter back in there, you're just going to play about there for a while. And I would honestly see at least the highs getting taken on this, but I would like to see you up at the 80s, which is around about here, for the bull market, which you're talking, let's say you bought in the middle of the range, you're talking about 10x your money. So there's another one. Let's say you're buying at around 7, and you're selling around 80, which is about 10 times your money, roughly. This is probably not, I mean, if you're buying at 8, technically, do some maths. Okay, FET. So this is what I'm saying. The potential that you get from even buying things like Ethereum, which is the second biggest crypto, you're still making 4 times your money. And then even these established projects, Solana and Link, you're making like 10 times your money minimum. It's a bit mad, and it might sound unrealistic, but I don't know. Wait and see. I don't want to sound cocky, but this is probably an opportunity of a lifetime for investing some money. So next up we have FET, my favorite. FET is a beast, and we've made a shitload of money in that, on this coin, in the last few weeks. We've made 100% on it, 60% on it, 30% in 5 days. So all the things that you're missing out if you're not on the Discord. Anyway, let's make a little buy zone for this. Honestly, I would really like to see it revisit this big area. Whether it does or not, I'm not sure. Even, I would say anything below this line is a good buy. But if we get in here, then that's an absolute win. And I would be selling this. I have really high hopes for this, to be honest. I think even that doesn't do it justice. This is very reserved, but I'm gonna say $2.50 minimum. So I'm just doing this as a reserved take profit, which if you're buying in the box and we get the opportunity, we are 22 times your money, which I'll just add that in. So I want to be buying FET at about 0.12. Let's put it in. Roughly 0.12. And my sell zone is roughly 2.50. And for that, we are making 21 times your money. Ocean. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of whizzing through these, but I just want to show you how you can make a plan in really not a lot of time. I mean, I've been recording this for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, and it's been that quick. So Ocean, something else that I like, you can see a bit of a trend line here. Could it come back and revisit that and possibly test this level again? Very well could. I'd like to see that. So that would be my buy zone for Ocean. And my take profit for that would be a simple FIP. High to the low. Jeez, 2.87. Yeah, go for it. Why not? I have high hopes for it. So, and that's the thing with believing in your projects. You look at these things and you say, wow, you can make, 11, 12 times your money on that. But is that unrealistic? I don't think so. It's probably reserved, if anything, just having that as your take profit. But I'm going to go for it anyway. So we are buying about, what was it? About 0.2. We're taking profit about 250, which would give us, let's see, about 12 times your money. Oh, it's more, $3. Oops. Sorry, a bit slow. I think that's a reserved price for that. I think that would be different. I think you would make more 20 times your money on Ocean if you bought at a lower level, but I'd need to look into the chart a wee bit more with that and see where I think would be good. Last but not least, well, it's not least at all. These are the harder ones to kind of predict because they're new projects. So you can't really look at what they've done in the past. But I would say, just taking off the launch price, probably anything in between here is a buy. Around 0.04, if we get there, that is. And for this, I see it over $1 in the future. It's kind of hard to predict, but you can kind of just go with numbers for this. So I'm going to say anywhere around here. So for OXO, we've got about 20 times your money as well. And the mad thing about these ones is they can go so much more. Once hype starts getting into them, they're lower market cap, so it's easier to double your money, because if you've got a market cap of 5 million, then you only need another 5 million invested in it to double. Whereas if you have a market cap of, say, 2 billion, then you need another 2 billion to double your money. So lower market caps, that's how you can make like 10, 20, 30% on them quick, because once people start getting on the hype and buying into a good project like that, then it can just multiply, and if you're in early, then you're just sitting laughing. So OXO 0.04, I'm gonna do like 150 for that. I'm gonna change that a little bit because I think that's a bit reserved. So if we buy it like 0.04, getting up to there, that's about 30 times your money. And I know that sounds deluded to just sit and say that as if it's normal. But as I said, you don't know until you see it. You can look back in charts and you probably say to me, well, that's unrealistic. I'll show you Bitcoin right now. Reasons why I think things can do so much is if you were buying... Oh, it's a bad chart. Yeah, if you were buying like down here for, say, Ethereum, and you bought at 400 and it went all the way up to the top, then you're 10 times your money on that, that went even lower. You can't actually see that, but it's just an example of how much things can grow. Here's Bitcoin. It's probably a better example. Bitcoin, the number one crypto asset, and you're buying the lows. Let's say you bought at COVID, for example, which went lower, but let's say you're buying at COVID lockdown, you have 12 times your money on Bitcoin. So that's why I'm saying for things that aren't Bitcoin, things like 20, 30, 40 times your money are possible if you're buying the lows. Anyway, last but not least, sorry for rambling, but I just want to make this clear that, you buy these levels and they'll change your life. And if you don't believe me, then you can sit at the sidelines and watch, and then in 2 years come back and say, oh, you were right. Or else you can say, you know what, I'm a trust it, I'm a put in £1,000, which, £1,000 is a lot of money for some people, but let's be honest, you'd make it back if you lost it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I lost £1,000, I would make it back in like, a few weeks of mega hard saving, or else a month of or a month or two of decent saving, if you're working, of course. So it's not as if it's never going to come back. To me, it's worth the risk, but that's only because I know so much about it, I guess. For Ator, I don't know. Like, even where I bought recently is good. I would say here's decent, like 0.5. See this in the future probably going even higher. So let's bring that down a wee bit. If you could get in at like this price, jeez, you're laughing. And you're probably selling that at like $5 roughly. So we're talking about 18 times your money, roughly. This is just examples. This is not the best, thing that I've ever done. What did I say? $5. That would be, what was that? About 25 times your money, roughly. That's just a rough example of how I would do it. Just allocate where you want to buy, put a box in on your chart. If the price gets into that box, like if you're here and the price starts going in and chills here for a bit, then this is where you want to be buying. This is where you want to be saying, right, I'm going to DCA. I'm going to put 4 lots of the £750 that I want to put in to this, and I'm going to put 200, 200, 200, 150 each week, and then just wait and see what happens. And that's what you should be doing with every one of these assets that we've put up, or else your own. And that's the best way to do it. So yeah, 50 pages of a PDF done. Hope you learned something from it. I certainly learned a bit whilst writing it. I got right into it at the start, and then I kind of fell off and was like, I've got more to write, but I've done it at the end. I'm happy that I've done it, and hopefully you learned a lot from it. It is free right now, and for something that's free, I think it's pretty decent. So hopefully you did enjoy the slides, the PDF, and you took something away from it. As I've said, if you're watching this and you're not in the Discord, then you can message me, or you can go on a link which will be provided in stuff like my Instagram bio or whatever. Sorry. Yeah, there'll be a link in my Instagram bio or whatever. You can join that and get involved. Ask me any questions. Ask me what's happening. See my buys. Make your investment plan a bit easier by maybe looking for some advice, and I'll give you some advice. And yeah, we'll make some money by sitting doing nothing. As simple as that. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you enjoyed reading. Hopefully you've learned some stuff from it. And yeah, sorry, I'm absolutely knackered. I just got back from Barcelona, which was great. Paid all for with crypto profits, no joke. Tapas every night. Spending whatever we wanted on drinks, going to the most expensive bars. Well, not the most expensive. There was some that were like €60 a drink, and I was like, right, you're literally going to piss out in 2 hours. But, 20, €25 a drink. Just living a life, and it's not even the bull market yet. So get involved. If you want to do it, then go for it. It's an opportunity of a lifetime, in my opinion. And hopefully it all plays out in our favour. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the deep end, boys.